Hello everyone. Yeah, without further ado, Xenoblade Chronicles Cross X something. We have a Cynical to smash, let's just go and do it. By the way, I have also taken the trouble to mess around with my arts and soul voices, that kind of thing. And I'll just focus on playing the game for now.
I'll make sure to leave a dent.
Appreciate it.
Fire particle! Brought to me.
Flame grenade! Now weaken them and finish this! Infuriate!
Sliding slinger!
This is wearing me down. I need healing first! Infuriate!
Slide ice! Move in and do some damage.
Chrome armor! Assault hammer! It's sure to work now! Now follow with some gunfire!
You're on top of this now.
I'll put some power into this one!
Slide ice! Move in and do some damage.
Yeah, I just realized that was not an ideal camera angle. Oh, oops.
Strike!
Hey!
Early bird! Fire particle!
Yay! I win.
We are awesome!
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Oh, it appears I told a lie. That's not a waypoint marker. It is
the probe should be ready for
it's
insertion.
an
I'll
unclaimed
just put it
frontier
out.
nav site.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try.
Okay, does it even matter? No. I doubt it. Well, anyway, I'll just take care of business. I think they'd force. I think they'd force me to do it anyway.
Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
Okay.
I think you can, like, cook
Collect
down
our
there.
loot. And let's see if I can't... Yeah. Yeah. Story messages. Yada yada. Yes, I will absolutely be careful about that. Let's see, can I poke that and... Doesn't appear like I can. What is this nonsense? Oh well. We now need to get back to, well, back to the barn, as it were. Back home like. Okay, maybe that's, yeah. Well, never mind. We go back on foot. Which I'm sure takes us along a very pretty path. But like I said in the previous video, I think, or the video before that, not an ideal way to use your game time. And yeah, in the future I will remember to cut these parts out, or we just run back and forth like this. Yeah, I think you understand what I mean, why I would like to do it that way.
Hey,
Great.
Yeah, just a little side note here. The walkthrough suggests you should try to reach level 9 for this part. Whatever. That's a no on my part.
Commander Vandam.
Well, now, look what the cat dragged in.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a Tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less. That was reckless, and goddamn magnificent.
Oh, okay. 50 experience points, 10,000 monies, and a couple of probes. All belong to us. Overwrite, of course.
So, Commander, To what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere. You'll all excuse me, Commander.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Huh. Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked him to become a blade, little miss stick in the rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow? Huh. Not much for conversation, are you?
So you still haven't told us why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment.
Okay, let's find out
Pretty
more.
much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right? There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade. Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality and your talents.
Let's start with the Pathfinders. Pathfinder's #1 responsibility is planting data probes, like you did on your training mission. It may not be the sexiest job, but important? You bet your ass it's important. We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the Lifehold and recovering the rest of the human race.
Okay, next up, Interceptors. You met Akeloff and Evans, right? Irina and Gwen, this is their division. Interceptors have one main duty: protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira. Right now, this is probably our busiest division. Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads, they escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn? He's part of the Harriers. If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats. But only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigene that moves.
And you got your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale. Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done. Until we're up and running here on Mira, and have this place completely figured out. Everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable. Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, curators. Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory, bringing back whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones, you name it. It's not all picking berries, though. Being a curator also means being the first to encounter unknown indigents.
Next? All right, prospectors. Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the essentials we could on the White Whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future to speak of.
Next up, outfitters. All of our ground gear and Skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs. Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Finally, the mediators. These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joan Q public. Any problems a civvy has, they come to mediators. Fight with your neighbor? Mediators. Lost cat? Mediators. It's not a division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades, and a people person. Someone with my charming personality? Probably not the best mediator. But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch role, keeping things cool on the home front.
All right, so I think that's all 8 divisions. Any idea which one you'd like to join? Don't fret about it too much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate. Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigents, whatever. And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too. To be honest, even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you like. So there's really no reason to stress about this. All right, you ready to choose?
Oh, now I have finally control back. You know, I just discovered something that is either a big plot hole or a mistake during localization. I mean, first they said, right, that Blade was kind of an exclusive bunch. And now they say that pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade. Those two statements, you know, don't really mesh, you know? Well, whatever. Let's just move on.
Yeah, and we're on pins and needles here.
So, what we pick here, it doesn't really affect all that much. I think that the only noticeable difference to the player is, well, basically the division support effect and, well, the actions that give us division points. And division points can then be used back at the online terminal to, well, download, basically, different items that may be necessary for crafting or, well, constructing something from blueprints later, like mechs, for one thing. Other special weapons and like. So since it really doesn't matter all that much, all I'm well, my only rationale for picking my division now is basically what I've been doing lately in the real world. So I think I said at one time that that I've been studying molecular biology at the university level. So I'll just go with curators. Because reasons. Oh, division spoils await.
Then
Lovely.
it's settled?
Yes.
All right. Thank God that's over. By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a blade.
Congrats. And welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
Now for the job. Let's get down to brass tacks. Nelson's team has gone missing. Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a skell with them. You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
Alright, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Roger that.
Okay. Search for Nelson's missing team. A significantly higher experience point reward. Although I suppose it is a significantly bigger challenge than the previous missions we've had. I'm game. And all of a sudden we are in chapter 3. Well, I think we are about ready. Oh, yeah, by the way, this fast travel, that is something we do on the on the gamepad. So you will never see me actually pick my destinations. You'll just suddenly find yourselves whisked elsewhere. Yeah, we'll pour some money into those when we
True on any planet.
have some actual money to spend. Let's see. 30. Oh, wait, no. Right, it's uranium that we put into those things. Let's see, division spoils. Oh, wait. Let's see if we can take care of that business first. I think we collect that from in here, right? Collect division rewards. Okay. We get some random thing that can be sold for 10,000 monies, or we get something we can actually use for something. Raises tension by 1,000. You know, I think I'll actually... Oh, actually, no. It's probably better to go with money in the early parts of the game. Although I will consider using these later in the game. Let's see. Change divisions. Yep, we can do so from here. Check the divisogram. Oh. Wow. The prospectors seem to be out and about in full force. Well, I am impressed. I will say no more. Collect division rewards. Well, when we download items later, it's another menu item in this screen here. So support missions, division activity, and something else. I forget what exactly. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for this episode. See you later, and I'll do some off-screen play in the meantime. Fun times, everyone.